I need your opinion on this, man. There's a little something I thought about, so I figured, why not bring it over here so we could chop it up if I could find it.
But Tatum still MVP over Luka. I'm just saying.
All right, man.
I think I seen this shit the other day, but no, it wasn't Grant Hill. I seen some shit with Jordan and LeBron.
Who was the better player, man? Let's talk about it, man.
All
I'm sure we all old enough. Hold on. We all old enough to speak on this, to speak to this, man.
That's T-Mac, right?
Was the better player, T-Mac or Grant Hill?
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, right? A whole buck with you.
Keep it a whole buck with your boy.
If that nigga Grant Hill never had them fucking Achilles or knee injuries that he had,
preach.
He would have been. He was there. He was that number. He was that next Jordan nigga before Kobe came along. So if he didn't have them injuries, like he had the major injuries before he resurrected his career, whatever the fuck it is, in Phoenix. He would have been that nigga in the NBA.
Most definitely.
In my opinion.
I agree. I definitely agree, man. I feel like this is not my pick.
Fucked up his career.
This is not my pick or anything. I'm not making a pick, but I'm gonna speak on what Grant Hill was, man. Grant Hill was a monster coming out of Duke, going to Detroit. Joe Dumars was still on the team. He was cooking, man. He was cooking. He was cooking with the Aqua Detroit Pistons jersey, man. Oh man, he was doing his numbers, man. Then he had Grant Hill was so good of a player. We was wearing felines. Let's keep it 100.
I had a pair of Grant Hills.
Let's keep it 100, man. Let's keep it on real. We was rocking felines
on the boulevard.
We not just rocking felines for no reason. We ain't doing that. Are we doing that, y'all? No, we ain't doing that. So with that being said, he had to be doing something special on that basketball court, man. Not to mention they put a little bit of pad leather on his shoes too. Around that time, Jordan was popping with the leather. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But anyway,
I think this is a toss up. Like I don't think you could. I don't know. It's a toss up.
Do y'all want me to read the? I can read the stats. I can read the stats down the line.
Before you read the stats, I'm gonna tell you why I went with Grant.
Hold on, wait, no. I don't want your pick yet. Let me read you the stats. All right. So points. You got Grant Hill 17,137. You got T-Mac 18,381.
Well, put an asterisk
hold on,
because
hold on, Chris. Hold on, Chris. Let me read the stats. Hold on. They got true shooting percentage. You got Grant Hill 55.1%. You got Tracy Mcgrady 57.9%. Rebounds. You got Grant Hill 6,369. You got Tracy Mcgrady 5,276. Assists. You got Grant Hill 4,252 assists. You got T-Mac 4,161 assists. Efficiency rating. You got Grant Hill 19.0. You got Tracy Mcgrady 22.1. You got championships. You got 0 for both. All-star appearances. You got 7 for both. MVPs. You got 0s for both players, man.
Rookie of the
year. Hold on. I may have a little bit more information for y'all.
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year, most definitely. Grant Hill definitely does have a rookie of the year over Tracy Mcgrady. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's a Snapple fact.
Now, can I give you the reason why I'm going?
Now you can go into your bag. Go into your bag now. Go into your bag. It's bag time.
A part of the reason why I'm picking Grant Hill over Tracy McGrady. Tracy McGrady was he was a dunker coming out of high school.
Facts.
He wasn't a shooter like that. Not saying he couldn't shoot, but his shot wasn't as pure.
I'm sorry. You said Tracy McGrady or Grant Hill?
Tracy McGrady.
Tracy McGrady coming out of college, okay?
Coming out of high school.
Coming out of high school, yeah.
He was a dunker. Cause remember, it was him and Vince Carter on Toronto, and they was just putting on a dunk highlight fest over there. Mm-hmm. So he was really a dunker. He had like an okay mid range. He didn't really get that 3 until I'm gonna really say his way on to Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Grant Hill had an all-around game coming out of Duke, like you said.
Yes.
And when he came out, he killed from day one.
That's a Snapple.
killed from day one. And
And
part of that was we got to see him more being at Toronto. Them niggas games was either super late and they wasn't really playing. There's a lot more to it when it comes to that Toronto shit. But T-Mac game had gotten better as he was more in the league. Grant Hill game just was there from day one.
I agree.
Day one.
But see, the thing about it is, what you might have to look at it like this is, when T-Mac came out of high school, he was a different age. So Grant Hill went to college, he was playing against men. But I'm going to be honest, when T-Mac, this is why I say the toss-up. When T-Mac left Toronto, he played with them for what, 2 years?
Nah, he played with them for more than 2 years.
Maybe 3 years. I think he played 3 years.
Let me check it out. I think
he played like four.
I think he came 97, right? He came 97.
I think he played with them like 4 years.
I can pull the numbers up right now.
I think it's 4.
I'm pulling the numbers up right now for y'all. I got y'all. Give me a second. Keep talking.
I think he came a year after Kobe. I don't think he came in 96. I think he came 97.
I think he came the same year as Kobe.
He was in that Kobe draft?
I believe so. If he was in that draft class with Ray Allen and them.
I want to say he came 90.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I got you.
I think he came the same year as Kobe. Kobe came in 90 what?
He came in 97, 98 season.
I knew
was his first season.
Year. He came in 97. When he left there at Toronto and went to the Magic.
What year he left Toronto?
2000.
He left 2000. When from that point 2000 on, T-Mac was tearing the league up. When
but you gotta
look at that shit he was doing in Orlando.
Facts.
That's why I say it's a.
Nope, I get you on that, but this is what I said. I'm not disagreeing with you. He killed when he went to Orlando, but Grant Hill killed from the day he got on the Pistons. Is what I'm saying. It wasn't like he didn't have to wait. We didn't have to really see him blossom in 3 years to really see his potential. That nigga came in on Detroit. Like Chuck said, it was him and Joe Dumars. Joe Dumars gave him the ring like, this is your team, brother. Here you go. And he killed
when you look at their proms, when you look at Grant Hill prom and T-Mac prom, it's kinda...
but this is the thing. All right, so... I hear you, but this is my thing. I look at T-Mac how I look at Brandon Roy. Injuries stopped us from really seeing them dudes' full potential. Because Grant Hill didn't really hit his prime before he started having issues with injuries. You get what I mean?
Facts.
And it kind of derailed him. Same thing with Brandon Roy. Brandon Roy used to kill in Portland, but injuries messed him over. We never really got to see them in their prime.
T-Mac had injuries too, though.
Not like Grant Hill, though. Grant Hill slowed his...
T-Mac back was twisted.
But T-Mac back was twisted how many years already into the league is what I'm trying to say. T-Mac already played 3 seasons on Toronto and then another season on Orlando. Because remember, him and Grant Hill was teammates on Orlando.
That's another fact.
Why you think Grant Hill went to Orlando?
No,
to play with T-Mac.
To play with T-Mac.
They both signed, but Brian, they both signed as free agents at the same time.
Yeah.
But Benjamin Foe said T-Mac was a greater scorer, Grant Hill was a greater player. It depends on what you're talking about, because Grant Hill was a great scorer. If you watched him, like I said, you watched him from
overall, I would have to agree with Benjamin Foe.
Yeah, T-Mac was a great scorer.
T-Mac was a great scorer, but he wasn't stopping nobody. You understand what I'm saying? Grant Hill was a great scorer, a great rebounder, as we can see. With the rebound numbers here, as we can see. He was a great defender.
T-Mac issue was what I think his issue was when I seen them play a bunch of times. His issue was, I think his issue is like Melo. When they playing against scrubs, they don't try hard. When they going against the superstars, that's when they lock in. Cause I watched T-Mac was a hell of a passer, and he was a good defender. T-Mac was a good defender.
I give him a great scorer. I'll say T-Mac definitely showed up for the majority part of his career when he needed to. I'm gonna agree with Benjamin Fold. T-Mac was a better scorer, but all around, who I start a franchise with, it'll be Grant Hill.
All right, so that's your pick, Brian. Chris is going with Grant Hill. Brian, who you running with, Brian? Grant Hill or T-Mac?
I think I'm gonna go with T-Mac. No, I think I'm gonna go with Mac. I think I'm gonna go with Mac.
Okay.
Who you going with?
I'm going with Grant Hill, man. I gotta go with G Hill, man. With G Hill.
What
G Hill was doing coming out of college. He also had a great college career. Was a national championship. He won a couple. How many he won? 2?
1.
I think he got 2.
Nah, he won 1. Christian Ain't won 2. Grant Hill won 1.
Okay. So I
can't stand Duke players, so that's me giving a big compliment. I don't like.
Yeah, Grant Hill. I'm giving it to Grant Hill. Benjamin Fold said if T-Mac wasn't hot that night, he was useless. Grant Hill could still initiate offense and lock down players. I mean, yeah, man. Like I agree, man. He was a total package, man.
I disagree with that one.
So wait. I'm gonna put it like this. You got.
Wait. Hold on, Chris. Brian says he disagreed with Benjamin Fold's statement. Can you elaborate, my brother?
He said if T-Mac wasn't hot that night, he was useless.
I wouldn't say he was useless.
I wouldn't say he was.
Every team T-Mac was on, he was the number one nigga. He had to. If he wasn't hot, the team was getting blown.
Nah, you bugging. Y'all was putting buckets up. Man. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
We ain't doing that.
Are you disrespecting y'all? Are you disrespecting y'all?
Yo, see,
what y'all do to you?
I was on that same page with you.
What y'all do to you?
And when Vince Carter was on Toronto with T-Mac, Vince Carter took that spot from him. Coming in there with
what do you mean? He came in. It was his team. We didn't know. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it all the way real. Let me just say this real quick, Brian. Let me just say this real quick, Brian. If T-Mac was on that team, if he was on the Toronto Raptors, we didn't know. Let's keep it 100. Wait, hold on, Chris. Hold on. Before Vince Carter got there, we did not know T-Mac was on that team. Let's keep it real.
It was Damon Stoudemire.
Let's keep it real.
It was Damon Stoudemire team.
Exactly, Chris. Exactly, Chris.
Mighty Mouse team, Brian.
I like how you're doing this tonight. You being real fair.
You're not being biased. It was Mighty Mouse time.
Look, let me tell you, right?
That was the reason why I even watched Toronto. It was Mighty Mouse.
No, look. They wasn't playing T-Mac, right? So I could break it down to you because the year the Knicks played them in the playoffs.
When the Knicks beat them? The Knicks beat them? Yeah.
The Knicks beat them.
T-Mac was cooking. T-Mac had a better series than Vince Carter.
It's a fact. T-Mac didn't cook to the next year when they eliminated the Knicks. They eliminated the Knicks the next year. They eliminated the Knicks the first round and they went on to play Philly. T-Mac was griping like, yo, I want a bigger role in the offense. They wasn't trying to fuck with him. They was on some, whatever, this is Vince's team. You know what I'm saying? And then that's why he left. And when he left, he blossomed.
He could blossom like what? But
listen,
I don't remember
he
them.
left Vince,
I don't remember them, Brian.
He didn't do nothing.
Brian, I don't remember them playing the Knicks twice.
They played the
I
Knicks
remember them losing to Philly off Vince Carter's last shot.
No, the first time the Knicks beat them. The second year, the Knicks lost 4.
But Brian, what they saying? I'm not going to say T-Mac was useless, but what they saying is true. He was never really that main nigga on a lot of the teams he played outside of Orlando.
Brian, you wrong. They only played the Knicks one time in the playoffs, and that very next season he was a free agent.
They lost.
They only played them one time, so they have in the 99-2000 season, he was 20, and then the next year, which was the 2001, he was in Orlando. So
he's in Orlando. All right.
Yeah, he was in Orlando. So I don't know, but they definitely lost. I remember them losing to the Knicks, but he had a great series. I remember that. And Vince Carter did not have a good series. I remember that.
It was Mighty Mouse team with Mutombo before T-Mac came.
I don't even remember Mutombo being on that team.
Mutombo was on. Mutombo was never on Toronto. He was on Atlanta.
No, he was on Toronto.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember.
Look it up. It's a big man that was on Toronto. Look it up.
Hakeem Olajuwon was on Toronto towards the end of his career.
Yeah, end of his career.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was Mutombo. Anyway,
I mean, they look.
it
alike,
was
but you know.
Mighty Mouse, aka Damon Stoudemire's team.
Damon Stoudemire was a beast.
Was a nice ass point guard.
Yeah.
That was my nigga.
Damon
Then you
Stoudemire
had
get busy.
you had Vince Carter.
They had Peterson too, from Michigan State.
Mo Peterson,
Mo Peterson, yeah, from Michigan State. Fact.
They had Jalen Rose.
Now Rose wasn't there. Jalen Rose.
I don't think Jalen Rose there yet. Jalen Rose might have been in Indiana still.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was. He eventually came to Toronto. Yeah.
They had Dale Davis. They had Antonio Davis.
But they came after. That came after too because Tracy Mcgrady was already gone when they came. Because they was on Indiana with Jalen Rose. The Davis brothers.
I think they had Alvin Williams.
Toronto had good teams, but it was
Del Curry.
Del
Curry, he's right. Benjamin Ford said Del Curry. Del Curry was there too.
That was never Team Mac's team.
Never.
It was Team Mac's team when he got to Orlando.
Yeah, but that's what he wanted. That's what he was trying to tell them, like, yo, because him and Vince couldn't play with each other.
But think about what we're telling you. If Grant Hill didn't have them big injuries, that would have never been Team Mac team in Orlando neither. That would have been Grant Hill's team.
I mean, I don't, man.
Grant
listen,
Hill was overall a better player, in my opinion.
I agree.
In my opinion, Grant Hill, if he didn't have them major injuries like he did, it's the same shit we can say about Derrick Rose. If Derrick Rose didn't have them 2 bad injuries, you see what he was doing when he was on Chicago, high flying and scoring left and right on people. Right. Injuries basically derailed his career. Grant Hill, same thing until he got to Phoenix. Phoenix basically, like Shaq said, whatever they got going on in Phoenix, they could make you play another 10 years in Phoenix with their doctors and their air up there.
I'm gonna keep it 100 though. I'm not to cut you. I'm gonna keep it 100 though, man. Let's not act like Grant Hill wasn't dunking on people too. Let's not act like Grant Hill didn't have
Hill was up there,
he
bro.
wasn't very athletic. He was doing a lot of things on that basketball court, man. Shout out to Grant Hill.
Grant Hill highlights.
Yeah, he was wild.
On YouTube, he was wilding coming out of
He was giving Scottie Pippen a lot of issues, man.
He was giving the Bulls a lot of issues. And I'm a Bulls fan, and he was giving my Bulls issues.
Facts.
So,
That's a fact.
Chuck, you deserve it. I don't be like to give niggas their credits. I'm giving
That's
these niggas
their
credits.
I know.
He was cooking my Bulls.
He
and you got to think
was.
about this, too. It's only about 3 to 4 people that ever came out of college or high school that they ever said was the next Jordan. Kobe, Grant Hill was one of them, and it's like another 2. They try to put Jerry Stackhouse.
Harold Miner. Remember Harold Miner?
They said Jerry Stackhouse. They was bugging when they said that.
Do y'all remember who Harold Miner is?
Yeah.
Harold Miner was one of those dudes. They was calling him Baby Jordan.
That's what I'm saying. Grant Hill was anointed Jordan coming from Duke into the league. They was like, this is the next Jordan. Injuries just fucked them over. Then they went and gave it to Kobe.
But at the end of the day, it was. I don't care how many times they want to name somebody. It was never another Jordan.
Nah, there was never another Jordan. But I'm not gonna lie to you. If injuries didn't play a part in his career, he could have been up there with the Kobe's, the Jordans, the LeBrons. That's how nice the nigga was.
Grant Hill, definitely. I agree there. I agree.
That's how nice he was. A lot of people sleep on that man. That man was definitely talented, bro.